Singh. I want to bring in right now Vikram Singh, former DGP, who's joining us live on the show. Trisha Shetty, human rights activist and a lawyer. Vikram Singh, sir, I want to ask you one direct question. You heard one of the key eyewitnesses in this account, Jagbir Singh. He has detailed, corroborated, confirmed one of the incidents which is in the complaint put forth by one of the wrestlers, on the basis of which an FIR has been formed against Brij Bhushan Sharan. An eyewitness account like this, how damning can it be, sir?
Preeti ji, good evening. I find this to be an A-class eyewitness account. He has given the graphic account of what happened on 25th of March 2022 in Lucknow, where he touched and he said the lady wrestler came out and chatpatai hui, that she was almost tortured, and the word he used was chatpatai hui. He goes to 2013 in Phuket and Thailand.
He also says, Vikram Singh, he also says कि जब मैंने पीछे मुड़ के देखा, ब्रिज भूषण शरण का हाथ उस महिला की बॉडी के ऐसे पार्ट पर था जो असहज था.
Bilkul. I did not want to repeat that because a sense of decorum prevented me from saying that. But Jagbir, I must compliment you for coming out with the unpalatable and the unwelcome truth. But howsoever bitter it may be, it has to come out. Now the third part, his general reputation. You questioned him incisively about the general reputation of Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. It was as horrible as the allegations level. Therefore, the allegations have merit and substance, and Jagbir Singh would be classified as a prime witness in any court proceedings, because he's not only an eyewitness, he's unambiguous about his testimony, he is firm, and the word he uses display exactly how things had turned out. The general reputation, what he mentioned, what happened in Thailand, and also his association in the criminal history that Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh had. I am not very convinced, because that needs corroboration and further investigation, is the association with Dawood Ibrahim, because I personally am not privy. I am privy to other charges, yes, and also the fact that he has a long criminal history. That, of course, has, so almost 99% of the allegations, what Jagbir Singh has said, has merit, pith and substance in what he has said. And therefore, I say, under these circumstances, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh should not only be charge-sheeted, but convicted, because the evidence of the complainant, the prosecutrix, and an independent witness, which we were waiting for a very long time, whom you have showcased today, I think the investigation is over. What is required is a court sentence. And under these circumstances, from my experience, if it is pursued vigorously, it will end in conviction.
I want to bring in Trisha Shetty, human rights activist and lawyer. Trisha Shetty, you've been following the case very closely. He's one of the over 100 eyewitnesses that have been detailed by these young, brave women, our wrestlers. You know, at the back of it, one really does wonder, if this was the deposition given to the Delhi police, why wasn't there an arrest?
I think it goes to show you the complicity when it comes to protecting a person who has really serious allegations of sexual abuse and assault against him, not just by one person, but multiple women, one of whom is allegedly a minor, right? So let's just quickly recap what has been happening. Since January, we've seen our Olympic level athletes been on the streets protesting because of police inaction and injustice, right? It took, as of April 28th, an order from the Supreme Court for the FIRs to be registered against this alleged accused person, Mr. Brij Kumar Bhushan. It took the intervention of the Supreme Court, which is in itself an aberration of the law. The second the Delhi police were intimated of the crimes against this individual, they should have lodged the FIR. You do not have the legal standing to deny a citizen of filing an FIR as a police officer. It goes against the law which is listed under the IPC as well as the CRPC, and there's criminal punishment against police officers who engage in such activities, right? So we saw none of that happening. Supreme Court had to intervene. We've also seen the International Olympic Committee as well as the United World Wrestling Federation that have come out to make statements saying that they condemn the treatment of the wrestlers that have been subject to in India, where they have been charged with rioting cases. Why were these wrestlers forced to take to the streets to protest? Because they were deprived of their right to access to justice. Who is the person they've accused? This person, it's important to note, in cases of POCSO, In cases of posh, which also falls under this, right? Posh, because these wrestlers, this is a workplace for them. When they are accusing someone in a position of trust and authority, it is then defined as an aggravated offense. So not only are these cases of sexual harassment, they should also have been filed under aggravated sexual harassment and aggravated sexual abuse, because that's what happens, because this person was the head of the wrestling federation. Now, who is this person? This person has a criminal history. He's got allegations of dacoity, of kidnapping, of murder. This person, this accused of sexual harassment, has also previously gone on record and bragged about how he had killed someone, right? This is the glorified person that the state is trying to protect, that the police is trying to protect, even though they have multiple credible witnesses, as you've said, multiple corroborations of allegations, multiple survivors who've come forward very bravely to say, we want justice.
You know, I just want to once again for a final time bring in Vikram Singh back into this conversation. Vikram Singh, just on the basis of the testimony of that witness, and if you can keep it short, sir, I want to ask you, even if the POCSO case doesn't stand in court, because this is not a corroboration or the testimony on the POCSO case, it's about the other wrestler and the photo shoot, is it still damning?
It is still done, Preeti. I have no doubts in my mind. What Jagbir has said is sufficient to nail anyone. Unless we have two sets of rules that show me the man and I'll show you the rules. Otherwise, if it is absolutely impartial, I think this testimony is enough to convict Brij Bhushan Saran Singh.
Well, thank you both for joining us. Appreciate it.